Hello, everyone. Mark Alexander, CEO and founder of ARX. I've got our product manager, Mike Polano, here.
Hello.
We're just going to chat a little bit about some new functionality and features that we're very excited about. So we are launching what we call automatic mode. We are very excited. Automatic mode is a self-driving feature for ARX, and this new feature gives a lot of enhanced functionality. And I just wanted to chat with Mike a little bit, who's been working very diligently with our internal development team to get this launched. And again, super excited about it. So wanted you to have the opportunity to find out a bit more about it. So with automatic mode, just tell me a little bit about kind of what precision and accuracy we can now have as part of the exercise experience.
Yeah, absolutely. So previously it was all user controlled, right?
Yep.
So it was a human with a remote pushing buttons, going back and forth, and as much as you would try, even with the positioning data to, hit position 10 to position 20, there'd always be a little bit of room for, I wasn't paying attention, or I didn't hit the button exactly right. And that causes some fluctuations with the person's workout, but also the data and the tracking and the quantification over time, if it's just slightly off. So with the new automatic mode, we let the computer run that back and forth, and that ultimately makes everything exactly the same every single time. You can hit position 10 and position 20 over and over again, as many reps as you want, and it will never screw up. So that's one of the major...
and when you're saying position 10, position 20, you're referring to where it is in the range of motion, up to the 100th of an inch in accuracy, correct?
Correct,
Yeah, okay,
correct.
okay.
So very accurate, and then also very repeatable.
Yeah, understood. I guess if you still wanted to, tell me a little bit about, if you're used to controlling ARX and you still want that control, that's still a possibility.
Absolutely. So there's automatic mode as well as manual mode.
Okay.
And so manual mode is retro, throwback to the old days of using the remote.
Yeah.
And so as a trainer, you can still be the person that's there pushing buttons, doing your thing.
Yeah.
But if at any point in time you want to leave that machine, or you want to have your machines work for you and your business without you being there or a trainer being there, that's where automatic mode comes in. Group classes are now possible with multiple machines in a room, and maybe just one person overseeing. And, hey, your elbows are too high, or whatever the deal.
Yeah.
But it makes it easier.
Got it. And so we talked a little bit about range of motion and distance controls. What other controls are now available with that?
Yeah, so we can get really precise not only with the range of motion, defining it to the 100th of an inch, but we can get really precise with the speeds at which the machine moves. So before, you're pretty much locked into one speed, and you can adjust it with the remote. But now we can have the software do that. So for instance, if you want a different speed for the positive than you do on the negative, let's say it's 5 seconds on the way out, but 10 seconds on the way back, the software will automatically change that for you, done for you situation, and just repeat that over and over again. As well as we can adjust how much pause you want, maybe at the top, I want a second pause so I can prepare for the negative, or rep to rep, oh man, I just did one, I want 10 seconds of
so
rest.
So rest pause style can be done and programmed to 2 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever.
Yep, programmed and just run continuously.
Yeah, okay. And I guess, yes, ARX is safe in many ways, but how does automatic mode make it even that much more safe?
Yeah, so it's ultimately, it's removing human error, right? And so with that, we don't have to worry about ranges of motion going too far for somebody, putting them in a position that they feel discomfort in any way. They choose that range of motion. They're setting it up for themselves. Again, we're just removing the trainer from the situation, and now the user of the machine has total control at all times.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So trainer isn't necessarily needed, but now, again, this concept that we have and this goal that we have of trying to democratize exercise, if you will, make it accessible to everyone. So again, I guess speak to that a little bit. What does this now do with automatic mode, and where ARX might be, and how it's helping us step towards that goal?
Yeah, it's been a journey to get here for sure. But now with this new automatic mode, it allows us a whole bunch of opportunities to put ARX machines in places that weren't opportunities previously. in particular people's homes.
Yeah.
And having one personally in your home that you don't need anybody else to work with you on. You just sit down. It knows your range of motion for leg press and chest press, and you just keep hitting start, and the programs just run for you. So that makes things really easy for us now to expand to those type of markets. But I think it also opens up some really cool ideas for doing an autonomous kind of setup for a business owner, where you can have a couple of these machines in a room, and that will ultimately you have to set those people up once, and then once you're done with that, they just need access to the machine. They no longer need access to you as well as a trainer or a business owner. And so think about it from like an airport. You're running through the airport. Oh man, there's an ARX kiosk. I want to go grab a quick leg press, chest press before I hop on the plane. You insert your credit card and you're off and running. It knows what you're all of your settings and ready to go.
And those settings could be ported into any ARX machine anywhere in the world.
Right.
So with all this advancement, it gets us one step closer to being accessible and hopefully achieving our goal eventually of democratizing proper exercise. We're aiming for that. And we're really trying to emphasize that ARX is a technology company. We're in the exercise space, but we don't view ourselves as just a health or fitness or exercise company. We view ourselves as a technology company. And so I guess, Mike, how do you see, in your critical role as a product manager, how do you see us advancing as a technology?
Yeah, so this is a big step for us in terms of getting that consistency and the granular data-driven side of exercise down to that 100,000th of an inch. That's once we have that now, it just becomes how do we want to manipulate that data in the software. So you can imagine again that kiosk model in the airport. If I'm in Denver, Chicago, New York City, I'm going to get the exact same experience on all of those because this technology is so precise, and ultimately that means my data now is usable through all of the machines for ARX more than it ever has been before. So really, just when you say democratizing, I mean like truly making it available to everybody and also everywhere. So no matter where I go and I see an ARX machine, if it's one of these latest versions, I know what I'm getting myself into, and I know it's going to be the exact same experience across the board. That really changes the game in terms of the growth of ARX, but also the growth of just our data across all different platforms and how it can be used and implemented. Yeah,
there will be a big compilation of biometric data that now we have and then can be used for personal gain, if you will, in that you can repeat consistently your performances and chase your goals, or you can go into competition mode and repeat performances of someone else that is your demographic per se. So really neat things coming down the pipeline as we continue to advance our technology. And again, we're super excited for automatic mode, this self-driving feature. And to find out more about it, whether you're an existing customer or you're new to ARX, contact sales@arxfit.com. Thank you.